Pilar Sanders goes all in to back Shiloh's NFL dream as Deion's cool reception raises questions about his Bucs' future in the world of professional football. Careers can turn in an instant. One good hit, one missed tackle, one untimely injury, and the trajectory of an athlete's life shifts forever. For Shilo Sanders, son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Coach Prime Sanders, the stakes are as high as they've ever been. As an undrafted rookie safety fighting for a roster spot with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, every snap is an audition. Every special teams rep, every blitz, every open field tackle is weighed, measured, and compared to the dozens of other hopefuls clawing for the same few spots. But in this high-pressure moment, the Sanders family dynamic, always a fascinating subplot to football fans, is once again spilling into public view. At the heart of it is Shiloh's mother, Pilar Sanders, whose open, almost defiant show of support for her son has given his journey a very personal, very public storyline. And then there's Deion, the father, mentor, and football legend, whose reaction to Shiloh's preseason debut was noticeably cooler. The contrast is stark. Pilar is leaning all the way in. Deion? He's setting a higher bar, one that perhaps only a Hall of Fame dad can set. The weekend in two jerseys, the story of Shilo Sanders' NFL preseason debut isn't just about football. It's about a mother who traveled across states in less than 48 hours to watch two of her sons live their professional dreams, and made sure the world knew it. Saturday night in Tampa, Pilar Sanders traded in her 12 jersey, the number worn by her younger son, quarterback Shiloh Sanders, for a crisp, custom 28 jersey with her eldest son's name stitched across the back. She wasn't just a spectator. She was a statement maker. Earlier that day, Pilar posted a video montage of Shiloh's game highlights to her social media, captioned with maternal pride. First NFL game and yep, it's Shilo Sanders brings that boom. Every time. Hashtag proud mom, hashtag Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hashtag Shilo Sanders number 28 foot. For a mother, a jersey change and a heartfelt Instagram post might seem small, but for a player trying to carve out a place in the league, those moments can mean everything. They send a message. You belong here. We see you. We believe in you. The day before, Shidur's showcase in Charlotte. What made Pilar's presence in Tampa even more striking was where she had been less than 24 hours earlier. In Charlotte, North Carolina, watching Shilo Sanders throw 2 touchdown passes in his own preseason debut for the Cleveland Browns. That night, Shilo made sure to honor the moment, handing his mom his first ever game-worn jersey, a symbolic passing of history from son to mother. It was sentimental, tender, and captured the kind of emotional connection sports can create. The next day, when Shilo offered his own debut jersey to his father, the moment took a different turn. The Hall of Famer's high standards. He didn't want it, Shilo admitted to ESPN when asked about giving his jersey to Coach Prime. The reason? 'Cause, he's a Hall of Famer. He expects like 30 times more. It was a half-joking, half-revealing comment. The exchange said as much about Deion's standards as it did about Shiloh's performance. Where Pilar was beaming with pride, Deion was calibrating expectations against a Hall of Fame measuring stick. In the end, Shilo gave his jersey to Pilar, not as a consolation prize, but as a gesture of gratitude. Shout out to my mom for coming. She went all the way to North Carolina for Shidur's game, and then went to my game. So, you have my jersey. A debut measured in moments, not numbers. On paper, Shiloh's stat line in the Bucs' 29-7 win over the Tennessee Titans looks modest. 1 quarterback hit, 1 solo tackle. But as any coach will tell you, not all plays are created equal. The QB hit came on a 1 and 10 from Tampa Bay's own 28-yard line, a high-leverage situation with the Titans threatening in the red zone. Shiloh's blitz forced a hurried throw and effectively killed the drive. His solo tackle came on 2 and 7 against Titans running back Khalil Mullings, setting up a crucial 3 RD and 3. That sequence led to a false start, an incompletion, and ultimately a punt. These are the kinds of situational wins coaches obsess over. For an undrafted rookie, producing 2 such moments in limited snaps can mean more than filling up a box score. fitting into Todd Bowles' defense. Head coach Todd Bowles is known for building aggressive, technically sound defenses. Shiloh style, downhill, physical, unafraid to take on blocks, fits that mold. He plays the run with an attacking mindset, understands pursuit angles, and isn't afraid to throw his body into a collision. The problem? Tampa Bay's safety room is already crowded. Veterans have spots locked up, special teams roles are limited, and the harsh reality of NFL roster math is this. Talent matters, but timing is everything. 3 roster spots, 5 players. If Kayvon Merriweather and J.J. Roberts are locks, that leaves just 1 open slot, and Shiloh will have to outshine Bryce Hall, Kindle Vidor, and Tyreek Funderburk to grab it. The off-field narrative. This is where Pilar's role becomes more than just parental support. Her public presence at games, the jersey swaps, the highlight posts, they create a narrative that Shiloh isn't just another camp body. He's a player with value, with a following, with a story that resonates beyond the field. But the NFL is a cold business. Emotional connections don't guarantee roster spots. And if Tampa decides Shiloh doesn't fit their Week 1 blueprint, another team could swoop in. Enter the Steelers. One team already being linked to Shiloh's future is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan Pulaski at Still Curtain has floated the idea that Mike Tomlin, known for valuing versatility in the secondary, could see Sanders as a fit, especially given Pittsburgh's depth concerns at safety. Sanders might be the player Mike Tomlin has been searching for. The Steelers' longtime coach has preached about adding versatility to the secondary. If Sanders can make an impact this preseason, Pittsburgh's thin depth at safety could work in his favor. The connection isn't just speculative. The Steelers' defense thrives on physical, high IQ players who can contribute on special teams. Exactly the kind of role Shiloh could fill while working his way into defensive snaps. The audition of all auditions. The twist? Shiloh's next preseason game is against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kickoff is Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If ever there was a chance to make a direct impression on a potential future employer, this is it. 1 big hit, 1 perfectly timed blitz, 1 interception, and suddenly, the Steelers might not let him leave the building without a contract offer. The Sanders family factor. Family dynamics have always been part of the Sanders story. Dion is a football icon, Shedeur is a rising NFL quarterback, and Shiloh is the hard-hitting safety trying to prove he belongs on the same stage. Pilar, once a central figure in Dion's personal life and now a fiercely independent presence, has made it clear she's all in on supporting her children, no matter the city, the team, or the travel schedule. Her visible support for Shiloh, contrasted with Dion's more reserved, demanding approach, offers a glimpse into the different ways parents can shape an athlete's mindset. One builds confidence with unconditional pride. The other fuels ambition with unrelenting standards. The road ahead. For Shiloh Sanders, the next 2 weeks will likely decide whether he starts the 2025 NFL season on the Bucs' 53-man roster, a practice squad, or in a new uniform altogether. If he stays in Tampa, it will be because he convinced the coaching staff he can be a special teams weapon and a reliable defensive depth piece. If he moves on, Pittsburgh might be first in line, and in the NFL, a fresh start can sometimes be the key to unlocking a career. Either way, one thing is certain. When Shiloh steps onto the field Saturday night, somewhere in the stands will be a woman in a 28-foot jersey, ready to post every highlight and remind the world that her son brings the boom.